Good day, everybody. This is Charmaine Miller, your running partner on this journey of continual learning and personal growth. For the past 2 weeks, we have been talking about motivation and how you can maintain your motivation at work, even if your environment is not supportive. Well, we have established the fact that we can't afford to leave motivation a chance. No way, Jose, like my daughter would say. We have to be intentional about it and develop a system of personal motivation. Now, hopefully by now, you have added to your system the need to say, see, stir, and seek. Now, if these words sound at least a bit foreign to you, then scoot back and catch up on parts 1 and 2. All right? Today, I want to add a new twist that will take into consideration what the world is celebrating during this month of February. Yeah, you got it right. Valentine's Day, the day of love. Tina Turner asks, what's love got to do with it? Believe it or not, even in the workplace, it has a lot to do with motivation. So our next S strategy for helping us to stay motivated at work is show love. Show love. Show love. Now, I know love is not a word you hear often while you're in the staff room or walking down the halls or sitting in a conference room, yet it strongly impacts workplace motivation and productivity. Actually, the more love coworkers feel at work, and this is actually research that has been shown, that the more they show love at work, the more engaged these coworkers are. Who would have think, eh? Hold on a minute though. Hold on. Let me make sure we're on the same page here. I'm talking about what is termed companionate love. Yeah, you may not have heard that before, but companionate love. This is love based on warmth, affection, and connection, rather than on passion. Okay? Whew, that was close. Just making sure now. Now I hear your question. Can showing love at work seriously help me with my motivation? Let me see if my personal experience can help to answer this. I remember I was actually a newbie at a school. Not a new teacher, but new to this particular school. I've been transferred. But because of my past experience with facilitating workshops, I was quickly asked by administration to assist in this area. Well, that didn't take too well with with some of the folks who, they took a delight in speaking ill of me for no apparent reason. However, I went out of my way. Knowing what they were doing, I went out of my way to compliment them and do small gestures of kindness whenever I could. Like scripture says, heaping coals of fire on their heads. Well, trust me, it was exhilarating doing it. I was so pumped that I had taken the high road. And I saw why that we are always admonished to love even our enemies. Well, deciding to show companionate love fueled my motivation. It helped me to take, I think it's Mahatma Gandhi's words to heart. And he said, be the change you want to see in the world. So I decided I would be the change. I would take the first step. I can recall several schools I've worked at where I would have to say that there was a strong culture of companionate love. It was common, very common, to have my colleagues share a warm smile, a kind note, and even a sympathetic ear, when I was having an off day or going through something. Of course, I gladly did the same thing to them too. Now, these small moments brought me to the satisfaction and that increased my motivation at work. You know what it is to look forward to going to work because you know the kind of camaraderie you have? It's awesome. I can tell you this, because we knew we worked in a loving, caring culture, our teaching grade level teams were closely knitted. Teamwork was the order of the day. And even after I've left some of those schools, we're still connected because of the bond we had at that time. Now, sometimes this was even reinforced by our school administrators, believe it or not, and the supervisors, because they realized that the emotions they were expressing every day created the cultural blueprint for the entire school. So, kind of like what we say in networking, the speed of the leader determines the speed of the group. So if the administrators and supervisors were taking note of their emotions, it was impacting the school's culture. Now, I mean, think about it. Have you seen the morale of a school take a serious nosedive when the only thing that changed is the addition of one moody person? Now, don't let that be a moody leader. That's a total different story. I can recall a colleague having a miscarriage, believe it or not, and after it, she was told, and she was still in the hospital dealing with the issues, quite bluntly, to get over it because there was lots of books to mark. Seriously? Not cool, and definitely not a sign of love. Like the children's song reminds us, love is something when you give it away, it comes right back to you. So start showing love. More power to you, more motivation will come to you because that love will come back to you in some form of fashion. Now, the last strategy I want to share today is to continue to, here's another S strategy. You ready for it? Self-validate. Now, this too hinges on our theme of love because now you get to recognize and affirm yourself. You get to love on you. Pat yourself on the back for what you're doing that is worthwhile and important. Tell yourself, now that was an excellent activity to include in my math lesson. Look at yourself and say, those discussion questions, they were on point. I'm glad I thought of those. Yeah. Or you might even turn around and say, just look at how my new learning centers are engaging my students. Wow, I must say, these students are really settling down. Oh, I'm happy to see that. Listen, you better talk to yourself and validate the wonderful things that you are doing because there will always be someone to point out the flaws. I know I don't have to I know there's an amen corner out there, right? There's always going to be someone. So you know the ones who will see the speck in your eye, but not the beam protruding out of theirs. I've heard it said that the person who does not require validation from anyone else is the most favored individual on the planet. That's some serious stuff. This is the person who realizes that the permission, the validation, and the opinion that matters is your own. All right? So love on yourself, my friend. Validate the best of you. Now, I'm not advocating being arrogant and pompous and broadcasting your validation to everybody else. No. Remind yourself that you are good enough and that you are making a positive difference. When you do this on a consistent basis, you will not only be satisfied with what you do, but you'll see your motivation at work shoot through the roof. Okay, try it. Now, if you're serious about maintaining your motivation, don't forget to show love. And while you're doing that, love on yourself a bit and self-validate. When you adopt these two strategies, you'll see just how quickly your personal motivation will soar. Now, if you found this video helpful, take a few seconds, just a few seconds, to share it with a coworker or friend. If you haven't done so as yet, then go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Proactive Skill Developers. We always appreciate hearing from you. So leave a comment while you're there and tell us about your own personal motivation system that you're using. In the meantime, let's choose to keep learning and growing, because what we learn becomes a part of who we are. And like Einstein said, once we stop learning, we start dying. So never stop learning, because life, as you know, never stops teaching. Until next time, to your success.